you know, we are engaging in a lot of new vertical aspects of the business. So let's see, we have 1.3 billion square feet of logistics. So it kind of means we have 1.3 billion square feet of roofs also. And these roofs are a really good place to generate solar power, for example. So that's an example of kind of business that we've gotten into in a much bigger way in the last several years, leveraging other surfaces of our building, as we describe it, to generate revenue. So we've stood up a pretty big energy team internally. So we do all kinds of things here at Prologis. One little fun fact is almost 3% of global GDP passes through a Prologis warehouse on our scale. So that's a pretty big number, pretty big level of activity that we see, that we think we've got a pretty unique pulse on the economy.
Just want to get a sense of the opportunity that you see looking forward when it comes to how technology is impacting this industry. In your opinion, how will technology such as automation, data analytics, even AI, reshape real estate operations going forward? And ultimately, your role as
Yeah.
CFO.
So in logistics, one thing that's been thematic is that it's hard to find labor in logistics. Just as a note, so we've got a tight employment market anyway. We've got things going on policy wise with the administration that may further reduce labor availability. And this is an area that our customers have been complaining about for some time, that they've got these massive facilities to run. E-commerce has done a lot for the logistics industry in propelling its growth and its need and the way we consume goods. But an Amazon facility, can employ 2,000-3,000 people, maybe more at times. And so automation has been on the rise and a big discussion point for the last 5-10 years, I would say, as a way of, yes, in some way improving efficiency, improving service levels, maybe addressing costs. But we've seen it almost as much address the labor shortage need. You just need some help inside these buildings because there's too few people around. So automation we look at in a favorable way. Sometimes the question comes at us wondering, is it something that is going to reduce demand for the footprint in a warehouse? Will you need less space to do the same amount of service and logistics? And we don't think so. At least it's marginal what the decline may be. And further, we probably look at it favorably because what we found, especially I keep going to Amazon and companies like them, they invest heavily inside the building to install these large, sophisticated automation systems, which can just make them stickier tenants. They're invested in those facilities for the long term. So we look at it favorably. We try to stay involved in their needs there. So, for example, we started an internal corporate ventures team that does venture investing in real estate technologies, real estate related technologies in and outside the building. We hope we make a dime on that, and we've had some pretty great returns in a few projects. But it's really to stay close to these emerging technologies, to be aware of potential for disruption, but also let our customers know, we can be kind of a testing ground and a communication channel for these are the things going on out there that are available in terms of running their facilities. So we try to stay very close on that. All of the same is true on AI then. I do think many of our more sophisticated customers, whether they called it AI or not 10, 15 years ago, were using elements of predictive analytics and machine learning to understand what customer needs and inventories and production levels are going to need to be. And I think that will get more sophisticated over time, for sure. But a lot of that technology we think has been at play already. AI is quite big here at Prologis. I think something like 95% of our employees are engaging with our chat GPT here. We have hundreds of GPTs set up that are recurring, using them. And, a lot of AI is used for conducting your own personal business, if you will, reading, writing, summarizing, researching. But we do have revenue initiatives around it as well. So ensuring that the finance org is one of the leaders in AI is something else that is top of my list for this year.